We continue with our total consecration to Jesus through Mary. Day 24, Contemplation through her heart. The words of St. John Paul II. The contemplation of Christ has an incomparable model in Mary. In a unique way, the face of the Son belongs to Mary. It was in her womb that Christ was formed, receiving from her a human resemblance, which points to an even greater spiritual closeness. No one has ever devoted himself to the contemplation of the face of Christ as faithfully as Mary. The eyes of her heart already turned to him at the Annunciation, when she conceived him by the power of the Holy Spirit. In the months that followed, she began to sense his presence and picture his features. When at last she gave birth to him in Bethlehem, her eyes were able to gaze tenderly on the face of her Son, as she wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger. Thereafter, Mary's gaze, ever filled with adoration and wonder, would never leave him. Words of our Mother Foundress, Mother Adela. You must learn to gaze as she gazes. She gazes with her heart, with the purity of her love. She gazes and contemplates all things through God's love, finding God's face and presence, his will in everything. She gazes with a pure heart. She gazes and keeps in her heart all the treasures that are entrusted to her. She gazes with love and responsibility. Learn to gaze with the eyes of Our Lady's heart. Her gaze was penetrating and piercing because she gazed with the luminosity of her purity, of her immaculate love. Learn to see the mysteries of God and the realities of men through the eyes of her who was closest to God made man. And when you are surrounded by darkness and you must face it and gaze at it, never allow it to stain the purity of your heart. May the Lord bless you, all for the heart of Jesus, through the heart of Mary.